Growth Unlimited believes that every person has the right and the responsibility to take control of their life and live their life their way. Our proprietary program helps you create the life that you want and deserve. You're in control. You have the power. Join us. Let us show you how you can take control of your life. Hi, I'm Jeanette from Growth Unlimited. Tonight we're going to be talking about values. It's really interesting. After I published the video that I did last night today, I've had a couple of really interesting comments come in on it. One of them came from a friend of mine who actually phoned me, and she mentioned she had seen the video, and she said, I gave you a comment on the video telling you that I noticed that you talk a lot about your values. And she said, it made me think, do I need to start looking at my values? And I told her that I felt like everybody constantly needed to be looking at their values, because most values are constantly changing. A lot of people, and this friend was very much like this, a lot of people figure that if they have basic values that they were taught as children by their parents growing up, that were basic rules to help them live a good life, a nice life, things like not breaking the law, things like perhaps marital fidelity, perhaps things about budgeting, perhaps things about religion. All of these things are values, yes, but they are values that we've had for a long, long time, and we're very, very used to them. And most of us feel like we have a good value system and feel very complacent about things. The problem that I've discovered in my own life is that, one, those values oftentimes do not truly reflect the way I believe and the way I feel. They were my parents' values. They were values for another time and another place. And while the basic concepts across the board are pretty much the same for me now, there are ripples and there are things that are slightly different. And this is one of the things that another viewer commented on in the comment he put on the video. Having your values and having them set in stone because they were something you were taught as a child may or may not be the best thing to do. And even so, even those values typically are what I call base values or easy values, because they are values that you don't have to do a lot of thinking about in order to keep them. However, every day in my life, I run into other values and other situations that I have to deal with. Things like how to treat somebody who is mistreating me. What are my values in that situation? Something that has been really prevalent in my life over the last several years is how I feel about helping someone else. And I actually have evolved from wanting to help people to truly wanting to help people, but making sure that what I did was actually going to help. Not just giving them food or not just giving them money, but actually helping them develop the skills that they need to have the accountability so that they can go on with life and be successful in their life. The philosophy is similar to one you probably heard, where you give a man a fish, you feed him a meal. You teach a man to fish, you feed him for his life. And my value system has changed. I am willing to put the extra effort in to help someone achieve what it is that they need to achieve to have the kind of life that they want and deserve, rather than just dealing with things on a short-term basis. And that's one of my values. But it's something that took time to evolve because it took more effort on my part. I had to make a commitment to be willing to do it. And it takes time to do that. If there are things in your life that you're having a difficult time with, or things that you're just not happy about that are occurring in your life, that's a strong signal that you need to do some values work on your own values. You need to decide how you feel about them and what you plan to do about them so that your life will reflect the values that you choose to live. That's one of the things that we're doing at Growth Unlimited with what I talked about in the last video. We are in the process of, well, we're actually just finishing up a series of trainings that are going to help people define and assess their values and start creating the plan that they need to have so that they can have the kind of life that they want to have and the comfort of knowing what their value system is. It's going to take into account the things that I've talked about in this video. The hard things, the things that are not quite so plain and not quite so straightforward in terms of determining what your values are. I invite you to click on the link below this video and sign up for the mailing list so that you can be aware of the new webinars and the new programs that are coming out. That way you'll be in touch with what's going on, and if you choose to take advantage of it, we're going to be able to help you create the kind of value system in your life that you want to have. If you found this video helpful and you haven't already done so, please subscribe and be sure to click on the bell so that we can notify you of future videos. We're going to be doing more in this series. Also, share with your friends. Invite them to join our mailing list too. Let's start a movement now where we can all learn what we need to do to take control of our lives. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.